So this is a fun tropical arrangement. We'll be putting leaves inside the vase, using colorful assorted flowers, and even fresh cut orchids from a plant. So I designed this for a customer that really loves tropical flowers, and I ended up buying an orchid plant and cutting a few off of it to use as stems. Now this is colorful. She's got a lot of bright oranges, yellows in her dining room, and she's entertaining for a brunch today. So I got the orange Gerbers for that pop of orange. Her favorite flower is this pincushion protea, and next to the purple, it just pops. Some foliage that you can get from your house plants, or you can buy it at a wholesaler or even like a Trader Joe's. They sell mixed greens in a pack. This is the Star of Bethlehem. It's orange, kind of like an orange yellow. It's just gorgeous. It lasts forever. So grab a vase that you've chosen, fill it up with water. Really, it's only necessary to do about halfway, and then you can always add more water once you're finished. Have your clippers. I like to have a towel nearby, just because it gets a little damp as you're designing. The monstera leaves is what I started with first, because they're the largest leaf that there is, and it will kind of frame it in for you. So measure by holding it up to see where you want to cut it, and do that each time with each leaf, so you know how high you want it. And then just cut it on a slant and put it in the vase. You have like 3 sides, so there's 3 points to this design. If you're using more than 3 flowers or leaves, you'll go up and down and kind of foul each other. So I'm starting with some of the taller ones first. Again, cut your flowers on a slant. And you're putting it in the same direction pretty much as the leaves, following the tips. So you have 3 leaves, 3 flowers. And since I have more liatris, I'll kind of follow right next to the one I just put in. Some can be a little taller or shorter, and it creates a little bit of depth. So as you can see, it's pretty balanced. I like to have one down towards the center. Brings it all together. I'm going to be adding some greenery now. This is some greens that I cut from the garden outside. As I said, you can buy them at a store, or you can cut them from house plants, or you can even cut them from shrubs outside. It helps save some money, and it gives some variety. Always remove the lower leaves. You don't want any leaves in the water of the vase because it creates bacteria. So you always just strip them down. And now I'm just going to follow kind of the same pattern, fill in the holes, and remove the leaves each time. Always cut everything on a slant. And we're creating kind of a grid inside the vase. Stems are crossing each other, so it helps hold them in place. I had some extra stems on this one too that didn't have leaves, so you just remove them. So I'm still going in the third pattern, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I have 3 pincushion protea to put in next. They're a little thicker stem. And we'll pretty much hold in place because of that grid that we're creating of the stems being crossed. So that one's a little higher than the one I just put in. And always you can turn your vase. It's even nice to use a turntable to set your vase on, so it's easy to turn it as you design. I didn't have one today. This is called Israeli Ruscus. I'm removing the foliage, cutting the stem, and we'll just fill in holes. So they're up a little higher because you want your greenery to be low and high. Always cut on a slant and measure. I do that every time with every stem that I put in the design. Get a good idea for what it's going to look like. This is anthurium foliage, which was cut from a house plant. And I'm just going to follow in below the other foliages and find any holes. And it just adds a little texture and variety for the design. Now, if you don't have these exact foliages, you don't have to. It's just nice to have some large and some medium and some small greenery. Maybe some linear ones, round ones, just to give it more interest. So I'm just going to continue adding the foliage in different locations. Some will be higher and some will be lower. You don't have to use all your foliage that you've cut, but you can. The Gerber daisies, I love these. They're very vibrant, and they're really going to make the arrangement pop. Sometimes their heads are a little heavy for their stems, so you can either wire them or you can just insert them so they face out in the design. Sometimes you can even cut them shorter to be supported by the leaves or flowers next to them. But you really want them to show up, so you'll find the right place. And again, just keep turning your vase and finding the right place to put them. Some will be a little higher, some will be a little lower. Usually you work in floral design in odd numbers, so either 3 or 5. I never like to use just one of one type of flower because it kind of sticks out like a belly button, but 3 continues around and gives balance to a design. Now I'm going to add the Star of Bethlehem. I just love this flower. It's so vibrant and it looks very tropical, very long lasting too. We're going to cut it on a slant. As you've been seeing, we've been doing with all the flowers, but that creates a nice opening to the stem. That way it doesn't sit flat in the vase, so the water can go up the stem more easily. A lot of times the Star of Bethlehem you'll find in white, but I found this color very, very unique. As you can see, the arrangement's getting fuller, and there's color everywhere. The orchids, these are the Phalaenopsis orchids I cut from a plant. They're kind of like the star of the show. People love orchids, so I only have 2 stems, so we're going to find a nice place to put them. I'm just giving you a close-up shot of the magenta in the center. It's so pretty, especially against that lime green. Now this one has a little curve on the bottom. It might be a little harder to get in on the stem. If I want to keep the stem length, I got to try and insert it. You can always cut it shorter too. But I only have 2 stems, so we're going to put one on one side. This is the white one. We'll put one a little higher and one a little lower. Now it's looking really balanced and colorful all around. So now it's time to turn it and see if there's any other foliage you can add, stems you haven't used. I do love this really bright greenery, so wherever I might need a little pop of color, like right in here, it would really stand up nice. I do have one other piece that I had from a plant, so I'm gonna insert that too. This one's a little different foliage. it has the nice green and pink on it. So that'll add some nice texture and color. And we're almost done with this whole arrangement. I just keep turning it and looking for places where I can put in my foliage, because once I cut stems, I like to use them. This is a hosta leaf that I thought maybe I can insert inside the vase to help cover the grid of the stems a little bit. And it gives interest down inside the vase as well. So I do have a couple of those, and I'll put them inside. It creates a nice conversation piece. People notice it inside your vase and say, oh, look at that leaf. And it's really just trying to insert it afterwards where everything's nice and tight. And I slip it down into the water, and it'll do fine. It's just a great way to finish off the arrangement. And we are done. That's basically all there is to this design. I really hope you enjoyed creating it and have a special place to put it. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be creating more tutorials on design soon.